So one day, his mom asked him, "Are you going to school?" And he said, "If she goes to school, I will go." Look, if she goes to school, I will go. There are two different tenses in one sentence, and this is called unconditional sentence. The first conditional if clause is in present tense, and the second, the dependent clause, is in future tense. So, if you take this medicine, you will feel better. What conditional is it? First conditional. Yeah, you're right. So, hello everybody. How are you all? Fine. So, today we are gonna learn what are conditionals. So, let me introduce you to myself. I'm Mahiya Hossain Taha and I'm from batch leaders. So, let's start. What is a conditional sentence? Suppose these two are best friends and they go to school together and come back home together as well. So when she goes to school, he also goes. And when she doesn't go, he doesn't go as well. So one day, his mom asked him, "Are you going to school?" And he said, "If she goes to school, I will go." Look, if she goes to school, I will go. There are two different tenses in one sentence, and this is called unconditional sentence. So, a conditional sentence has two clauses. The dependent clause expresses the condition, and the main clause refers the consequences.
Which one is the main clause? Which one is the dependent clause?
The main clause is this one is the main clause, and this one is the dependent clause. So there are four types of conditionals: zero conditional, first conditional, second conditional, and the third conditionals. So let me introduce you to the conditionals. Let's start with the zero conditional. In zero conditional, both of the sentence is in present tense, and it refers truths and habits that will always happen. For example, if it rains, the water rises in the pond. If you heat water, it boils. If you push the button, it lights up. This structure is used for things that will definitely happen. So, can someone give me an example of zero conditional without these three? So, our next topic is first conditional. The first conditional if clause is in present tense, and the second, the dependent clause, is in future tense. This structure is used for things that may happen but you don't know what will happen. It is used for possible things. For example, if it rains today, I will not go to the market. If I have enough money, I'll help the poor. If you don't leave soon, you'll miss the train. So, Sire, can you give me another example?
If you win the lottery, you will donate to a charity.
Yeah, that also works. Great job. So our next topic is the second conditional. The second conditional is like predicting something that is not true, but your imagination. For example, if I had his address, I would go to meet him. If I were you, I would never go out with him. If I had a plane, I would travel the whole world. So does anyone has any question? So let's move on to our next topic, that is the third conditional, and this is the last one. The third conditional is similar to the second one. Both of the sentences are in past tense, and it is also like an imagination that happened and you don't know the result, and you're imagining the result. So, for example, if I had been in your position, I would not have gone there. If you had driven fast, you wouldn't have missed the meeting. If he had left the place, he would have bought the palace. So does anyone has any question? Okay, so let's do some classwork to see how much you have learned. So if you take this medicine, you will feel better. What conditional isn't it? First conditional. Yeah, you're right. And the second one, if I didn't love my job, I'd quit. Yep. Good job. And the third one, if it weren't so cold, I would go for a walk. Yeah, it's also second conditional. So what is the fourth sentence? If I had gone to bed earlier, I wouldn't be so tired. Yep, it's in third conditional. If she has time, she will join us. What conditional? Yep. And if I hadn't wasted time, I'd have finished it earlier. Yep. So that's the end. I hope you like it. Have a nice day.